Okay, everybody. Hey, it's Bo. The sun just peeked out over that mountain, so you can imagine what time it is. My dad says you're sleeping the best years of your life away. So you get up early. Champions always get up early. We're out here on the field with Tim Adams, best trainer I've ever met. Got me ready for a 50-city tour a few years ago, and we're still working together, getting this body ready to go. My wife Dawn is here. There she is. She steals a lot of focus from the camera, so you're probably not going to see a lot of me and Tim.
Thank goodness.
And we're out here early. We're going to access some chemical cascade from our brains, and we're going to get our testosterone working, our endorphins working, all the feel-good chemistry working. So have a good time. Join us. Watch us go. Here we go. Let's do it.
So the first thing in preparation is we always have to make sure that we're ready to do the work that we're intending to do. In order to do that, we need to make sure our muscles are activated. So we're going to use a medicine ball to activate our tissue, and we're going to roll out on a medicine ball. I like the medicine ball better than a foam roller because it's a more direct point. The foam roller is much more of a broader perspective. It's still good. Still use a foam roller, but I like the medicine ball better. So I like to start just by sitting on the ball and rolling on your sit bones, and it won't be very comfortable if
Man, you're not kidding.
Yeah, if there's a spot that hurts, that's a good thing because the pain is an indicator letting you know that you need to activate that joint. And so we're trying to create joint stability, joint intersegmental stability. And so once you've rolled a few times on your sit bones, you're going to roll over to one side of your hip, and you have a bone in the back called the sacrum, and it's a triangular bone, and you actually want to get to the side of that bone, and you want to roll up to the top of your hip and back down right on the edge of that sacrum, and you're just going to kind of roll around to the top of your hip and around to the side as well, and back, and just kind of do that about 2 to 3, maybe even 4 times. And if you find a really tender spot, a spot that's really painful, sit on it and just oscillate on it back and forth, nice and easy. But you're trying to hit wherever the muscle attaches to a bone, you're trying to stimulate that area.
Okay. And Tim, you know, I always tell people that I work with, I go, look, most of my life, I am preparing to perform. Always in preparation to perform, which is exactly what we're doing here, right? Like we're getting that thing activated.
Like our intent today, the workout today, would be doing some starts and acceleration. And so before we can even get to the point where we're actually running, there's going to be a slew of activities that we're going to do to prepare ourselves to make sure that we're ready to do that work.
Got it.
And it's about being ready to do the work. And then the flip side of that too is everything we do today prepares us for tomorrow's workout. And then you plan out your week, your day, your year to make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do in order to be able to do the things you need to do tomorrow.
Got it. And I think that's the biggest problem with the productivity in our country, at least, is it just feels like no one's ready to perform. Everyone wants to perform and has to perform, but they're kind of winging it.
Yeah.
They're not ready to perform.
And I think that's a byproduct of watching sports, is like nobody knows what happens behind the scene. Everybody thinks athletes just show up on Sunday and
because that's
play
what the TV shows you.
Exactly. Nobody sees what's going on behind the scenes and that the countless hours and repetitions that it took to get to where they are today.
Yeah.
And that's I think it's a disservice to our country, to people that love sport, is that they think that you can just show up and perform, and that's not the case.
Yeah. And I think that there's no difference between the sports and the business world and speaking. And you got to be ready to perform at a high level. And no one gets their body activated to perform. They just start performing.
Just start performing. Yeah, you're so spot on with that. Whether it's business, whether it's speaking. Let's just go ahead and roll down the side of your leg. So all the way down the side of the leg and back up. I think the the great ones make it look so easy that it's kind of misleading, because people think that that's got to be easy. If he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
But they don't realize the mastery makes things look easy, but mastery comes through
Right.
hundreds of thousands of hours of work.
There's one thing, you know, I always think it's a disservice to, like the country or the world, that the preparation is never shown.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand why that is. Like the whole culture, the whole media never shows. Like,
It's not sexy.
remember we were just talking about Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
Like, so he's the MVP of the league, right?
Yeah.
But what ESPN and what the media talks about Kevin Durant, oh, he's just gifted. He's a freak.
Yeah.
He's better than us. He's tall.
Yeah.
They don't say that, hey, this guy's got the keys to the gym,
Yeah.
and he's in there at 6 in the morning.
And he's there for 6 hours,
6
just
hours.
in the gym for 6 hours. That doesn't include the amount of time he spends working out,
Right.
taking care of his body, eating right.
Right. And
All
he's
of
the MVP of the league.
Right. Yeah, it's a travesty, really. You know, it's misleading, and people need to know. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, to be great, it's a sacrifice.
Yeah. And you got to do this. You got to prepare to be great. You can't just be great. You got to prepare every day, and then those days just, you know, compile.
Yeah, and it's you have to have a plan in order to prepare properly.
Right.
And so, you know, it's about mapping out what needs to be done on a daily basis.